Brian Thate, father of Amanda Thate.
Yes, sir.
He's going to be our impresario this year at the GF Fall Fair 2013. And we were just talking about who's going to be appearing and what nights. And you were, first off, you were telling me that you'd become a director of the BC Country Music Association? Is that what it is?
That's correct. As of not too long ago, I became vice president of the British Columbia Country Music Association. So out of some of the people that I've gotten to know through our association, I spoke with the Grand Forks Fall Fair, and they asked me to put together a lineup for our Fall Fair this year. And so we put together, I think, an incredible lineup for Grand Forks. And I think we're going to have a very good weekend here in a couple of weeks. And looking forward to all these people coming.
Yeah, I was looking at that. You have some pretty powerful looking people there. So there's 2 nights, right? Is that what it is? Friday and Saturday?
Friday night is classic rock night, and the headline that night is a group called Stonebolt.
Stonebolt.
Yeah, and if any of you out there that's on a computer, if you just YouTube their name, you will get, or go onto the website.
What's up, gf.com, actually gftv.ca, and our What's Up in Grand Forks Facebook page, we'll be putting this on there as well. But for the people who have gray hairs like me, I'm sure you'll recognize some of the music. I've heard it on the radio before.
Oh, absolutely, because I've played some of their music for people, and they went, that was Stonebolt?
Yeah.
And because Stonebolt, they were big in the mid to late 70s.
Mm-hmm.
They've been on television, CBC. They toured with some of the larger groups out there.
And they're from BC.
And they're a British Columbia bunch of people. Yes, right. They are.
Yeah, you were saying one of the members is from.
Well, they did import one of their band members, and this was back in the 70s. David Wills, a great individual. They met him in the early 70s or mid 70s and asked him to come up to Vancouver to participate in their band, and he packed his bags and never looked back.
Wow. Seattle's had a lot of good musical exports. Yes, indeed.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So we're looking forward to Stonebolt coming. It's going to be a great evening. We're going to kick it off with young Jonah from Grand Forks.
This is Friday.
This is Friday evening, 6 o'clock.
Okay.
There will be another young group after Jonah, which we'll name later. And an opening for Stonebolt this year is Grand Forks' very own Carson Highway.
Oh yes, Carson Highway. Good.
And they're pretty excited about the opportunity, because it's, for the opportunity to open up for somebody as classic and as timeless as a group like Stonebolt, well, it's a pretty big opportunity. David Wills, who is the lead singer and kind of runs the band Stonebolt, is a huge part of the country music scene as well. He managed the Higgins family for years. I don't know if you recall them, but they were rising up the charts, had a couple of chart-hitting singles and a number of music videos, and so he's been managing, and he's managing A.J. Woodworth, who is headlining Saturday night.
Right, yes.
So he's huge on the music scene and is working tirelessly, and like all other musically associated people, they have to work other jobs to make ends meet.
So many of us do.
Yes. But on Saturday it's going to be a great country music festival evening. We're going to kick off at 6 o'clock with a newcomer to the country music scene, a young man by the name of Brad Derrick.
Right.
He'll be on with a trio of Mike Sanishin and Tiana LaFave.
We have his videos on the page.
Absolutely. Now, following him will be another rising star in Canada, is a young lady by the name of Kylie Epp, who last year was selected as the one rising star from across Canada to get a chance to perform at the Canadian Country Music Association Country Week held in Saskatoon last year. Which was incredible. Yeah, and so she's going to be here. She's got a number of neat music videos out, and of course her music's been on the radio now for a few years. Following her will be the Canadian Country Fiddler of the Year, Mike Sanishin. He's going to put on a show for us with his fiddle, and He is very well known across the country. His roots are in the Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick area,
Where all the good fiddlers apparently come
where
from.
some of the best. As a young fella, he moved to White Rock with his family and grew up there, but that's what his roots were. And of course, he got involved in fiddle music, and now he travels the country because he is a sought-after performer. He will be here. After him, well, Grand Forks gets a taste of another BC emerging artist, Amanda Thate.
Of course, your daughter, right?
Of course,
Yes.
my daughter. So very proud of her. She's been enjoying herself an incredible career already to date. She's now being sought after to perform. She's been performing all over the Lower Mainland this summer. So she's looking forward to again coming home, and because this is where her roots are, in Grand Forks, and she has great memories. So we're looking forward to her opening, and then we're going to finish off our evening with the two-time BC Country Music Association Female Artist of the Year, A.J. Woodworth.
Ooh, and she's going to be here in Grand Forks.
Absolutely. She has written a lot of her own music. She has co-written songs with Nashville songwriters. She's had a number of her videos on CMT. She's really doing well for herself. Family gal. Her parents have 100% supported her through her career, and it's just a neat family. As a matter of fact, the whole family's coming, right? So they're looking forward to being in Grand Forks and putting on a party. She's country and a little bit on the rock end of country, so the people are going to be in for a treat when she's on stage there. She does not stand around, that girl.
And you can get a taste of that by looking at the videos linked to off of our page. But that's really good. And people are being able to see this for just the price of admission to the fair, right? I mean, there's no extra charge.
No extra charge. You guys, you got to come. Like, what's it going to cost you? $10. You cannot go to a music festival like this for $10.
Yeah, no.
You come out, you know, like you bring the relatives, the kids, the aunts, the uncles, bring them all out and just have a great evening. It's not very often we get to do this in Grand Forks, to have this kind of talent here, and then for a few dollars get to have a great evening's entertainment.
And then there's the rest of the fair too.
Absolutely. There's going to be over 40-some vendors. There's going to be other treats there, things to do, people, things to see. It's just a great weekend.
Well, thank you, Brian.
Oh.
And good luck with the whole thing.
Yes. See you at the Fall Fair.
Yeah. See you at the Fall Fair.
Yes.